Okay, you want to make a real fidget spinner with no ball bearings. Check out the new model I just designed. It's a quadruple blade origami fidget spinner, and it spins for a pretty long time. It is a modular model. It's made of one 6-inch square in the middle and 4 3-inch squares on the sides, but no taping, gluing, or piercing of the paper. Want to learn how to fold it? Ready, set, here goes. Alright, so as I mentioned, for this model you need one 6-inch square for the middle, and you need 4 3-inch squares for the blades. And you need a staple. And to get a staple, you just take the group of staples and you want to knock off just one. So just get the point bent inward a little bit. And once it's separated like that, you can just grab it and just pull off one staple. So there is the staple. Keep that there, hopefully I won't lose it. And let's start. Okay, we're gonna start with the center. So this is a 6-inch square of kami. You could use a 6-inch square of printer paper or anything. Just make sure that it's cut to 6 inches. Let's begin right side up and fold diagonally in half. Try to make really precise folds and crease sharply. Now let's unfold and rotate and fold in half diagonally in this direction. And unfold, and now fold this corner to the middle. And rotate and repeat on this corner. Now let's fold this edge to the crease. And try to hold down this layer so it doesn't slide upwards. Like that. And let's rotate and repeat on this side. Now let's fold in half. Alright, now we're going to fold this flap up so that this edge aligns with the middle crease. Like that. And let's repeat on this side, but instead of going in front, we're going to go behind. And make sure that the two corners touch. And make sure that it comes to a nice point right at the bottom there. Okay, now let's fold this flap to the left. And now let's stick the short flap behind the long flap. Like that. Now fold this front flap behind itself so that this corner touches this point. Now we're going to take this flap and fold it down. And unfold it. And we're going to refold it, sticking it into the rearmost pocket. There's two pockets there. There's one, but we're going to go into the rear pocket. Like that. And now let's turn over top to bottom. And let's fold this flap up and unfold it. And we're going to stick it into this rearmost pocket. Like that. And we're done with the middle part. And just like this, It can be a spinner if you blow on the side like this. But we're making a fidget spinner, no blow spinners, right? Okay, so let's get our staple out. So we want to bend this middle part like this. Try to bend it near the center. So it's about like that. It's good. And now we're going to stick one of the ends into the hole. What you can do if it doesn't stick in very easily is you can lift open one of these pockets, any of the bottommost pockets, and you can stick the staple into there and slide it towards the center, and then when you turn over, you see it comes out this side, like that. Okay, and now place it on the staple like this. Now be careful not to stab yourself. I pricked my thumb at least once on the corner there, so just hold it like this carefully, and when you flick it, you want to just flick it over the top like that, because if you flick it down, conceivably you could accidentally hit the main part of it and the point could go into your thumb. So I recommend flicking it in this direction, like that. And you want to make sure that the spinner is on the middle of the M. That way there's gravity as it spins that keeps it in the middle, like that. Okay, so this is the main part of the fidget spinner, and now we're going to make the 4 blades. Okay, so yeah, that spins for a nice long time, just like that. Okay, let's make the 4 blades. So to make 4 3-inch squares, you take your 6-inch square and fold it in half in both directions. And unfold. Now you could tear like this, but I'm gonna go with scissors just so that it makes a nice edge all around. It'll just make it look a little bit nicer, assuming I can cut on the line. Okay, got the 4 squares. So what we do is start out by folding it diagonally in half. And unfold and rotate and fold diagonally in half in this direction. And rotate. And now fold these 2 flaps to the midpoint. And unfold and rotate and fold the bottom edge to the crease. And turn over right to left, and now fold the bottom edge to the crease on all layers. And rotate. And now we're going to fold this right half up so that this edge aligns with the middle crease. Like that, and turn over, and now repeat on this side. So we're folding this edge up to the crease. And now let's take this flap and stick it behind this flap. Like that. And flatten it all nicely. And let's make 4 more of these exact models. All right, so they're all going in the same direction. All right, so we have our 4 blades. Let's turn them over so that these vertical edges are behind, like that. And let's grab the square. And let's attach it to a corner by sticking this flap into one of these pockets. I'm going to choose the topmost pocket just because I think it might be a little bit more aerodynamic. Okay, so stick the front flap into that pocket and slide it in. And as you slide it in, you want this rear flap to go behind, like that. And now let's turn over. And now we're going to stick this flap into one of these pockets. And once again, I'm going to choose the frontmost pocket, if I can. When you do that, you want to make sure that you hold the other flap so that it doesn't slide out. So there it is. And now let's go to the next one. So stick this flap into the frontmost pocket, like that, and turn over, and holding this in place, let's stick this flap into the frontmost pocket. You might have to coax it in a little bit. There we have it. And number 3. All right, so there we have the 4-bladed fidget spinner. And like this, it does kind of spin. You just get your staple, make sure that it's a little curved, and stick it back in. And like this, it spins holding with 2 hands, but for one hand, at least my hand, it hits. So we need to shorten these. The easiest way to shorten it is just to take this flap and stick it into the pocket. You just need to open up the pocket and stick the flap inside. And that shortens it and it makes it a little bit round. But a better way to do it, it's a little bit more tricky. The better way to do it is to fold this flap so that this edge is perpendicular to this edge. And now turn over and fold this flap up so that this white line lines up with the white line behind it. And now you can take this flap and stick it into this pocket. Like that. And let's do the same thing on the next flap. So turn over and fold this like this, and then turn over and fold this flap up so that it's like this. And now let's take this flap and stick it into this pocket. Slide it under like that. Okay, and 2 more. Let's turn over and fold it like this. There it is. And now, hopefully it'll spin better. Oh yeah. Voila. And you can get it to spin even better if you flatten it out really nicely. If you store the model under a pile of books, that'll flatten it out really nicely. That's good enough for right now. Be careful not to stab yourself, so just be gentle when you do this. Make sure that all of the corners are pulled out. And it's best to hold it vertical, because if it's horizontal, then it's just gonna slide down onto your finger. So you want it to stay in that groove there. So gravity keeps it in the middle. All right, so there you have it. Hope you guys were able to fold it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.